Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra and today I'm bringing to you another subscriber requested video. In fact, it is a subscriber requested new series for my channel. If you are new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. And allegedly, if you ring that notification bell to all, YouTube will let you know when that happens. So today, like I said, we have a new series on my channel. You might have been able to tell a little bit about it from the title, but the idea is to take a look from Instagram that maybe some people wouldn't be comfortable wearing in their everyday, whether it's editorial, whether it's bold colors, what have you, and then take that look and make it into something that might feel more wearable for more people. If you're new here or if you've missed my recent content, I am taking my channel in a different direction, and that is real makeup for real life and real people. So this is a part of that transition. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna put the look up here that I decided to work with today. This is a stunning look, and I will have the Instagram account linked down below for you. But I personally find this look very wearable because it is a more like pastel yellow kind of look, but not everyone is going to be comfortable just going out with a wash of yellow on their eyes, or maybe isn't comfortable creating a monochromatic eye just yet. So today I'm going to take that look, make it a little bit more wearable, and tell you how I do it along the way. Before we get into the eye look, I just briefly wanted to tell you what's on my face. It will also be in the description box. But for concealer, I used the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Light. I have no foundation on, only sunscreen and concealer. Set down very lightly in my T-zone with the number 7 Perfect Light Press Powder in translucent. And then I used my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 02 Sunkissed. We're also going to incorporate this into the eye look. For highlight, I used my Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Highlight 01, which we'll also use in the eye look. And then last, a brand new blush to me I'm very excited about is the Nudestix Nudies Matte in the shade Beach Babe, and it looks like this. It's a really pretty color, and I think it's perfect for sort of that sunburny look. So here we go. I've got 3 palettes that I'm going to be pulling from today, and the first one is the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. This was limited edition, but it is still available on Sephora last I checked. I'm going to go straight into this yellow matte shade right here called Lemonade, and I'm going to place this all over my lid, and I'm going to pack this all over the most of the eyelid, maybe not just like the inner part, and just really pack this on as much as possible for an opaque color. Now it's really hard to tell in the picture whether the model is wearing all matte or satin or shimmer, but we are going to incorporate a shimmer today because I love shimmers. Let's see if I can build this up a little bit by using the old phalange. Yeah, that's better. I always forget. I think it's so normal for us to pick up shimmers on our fingers to apply, but sometimes I forget to do that with matte shades, and it really does help build up to opacity as well as smooth things out sometimes. Looking pretty bright. All right, now going into another palette, I'm gonna jump into the BH Cosmetics Summer in Saint Tropez palette. We're gonna pick up this very bright but also light toned yellow, which is called Intoxicating. And I'm gonna pick that up on a fluffy brush, but this is a little bit more of a dense fluffy brush. And I find that this works better for those pastel type of shades in terms of blending them but not blending them away. And she does have it, I feel like, pretty winged out or pulled out to about the outer part of her brows, so I'm gonna do that as well. I'm basically setting up the look that she already has, and then we're going to make it more wearable. So that's just a really nice wash of yellow. I will say that this was not a post that had any of the products listed, so I definitely didn't have that benefit, but that's okay because this is also about shopping your stash. At least it is for me, shopping my stash for products to create a similar look, which is also part of the fun. All right, here is where we start making some changes. Like I mentioned, we're going to use the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, or whatever bronzer that you used today or when you're recreating this, if you're recreating this. And I'm gonna pick this up on sort of a pinched but fluffy brush. And the reason I'm picking a pinched brush is because I do want to have yellow visible above, as well as, you know, not to cover up too much on the lid. So I pick some up on my brush and I'm just going to lightly start carving out the crease. Very, very light pressure. Don't want to drag this down too low. And this just brown just helps to sort of break up the yellow a little bit, and I think make it a little bit more wearable because it is a neutral shade. So you can kind of see the difference. I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more and really keep this to the outer part of the eye, but in the crease. And then once I have the bulk of the pigment off, I'm gonna take this just a little bit on the very outer V of the lid. Before we transition to the other eye, one of the things that I think kind of makes this look a little bit more editorial and a little less wearable is the fact that she has a completely bare lower lash line except mascara. I love a bare lower lash line, but I know a lot of people don't, and so I thought today we'd also incorporate this bronzer as a little soft lower lash line definition. And I don't want to bring this in any further than I brought it in on the top. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top and just kind of define the upper lash line a little bit. Okay, this is where we're at with the eyes. Trying to decide if we want to darken this up a little bit. I'm gonna go into the C Color Savannah palette. I really love this palette. It's a dupe for the Natasha Denona Safari palette. I'm gonna use a little bit of that warm brown right there. And I'm just going to lightly define the outer corner of the eye. And you can see I'm using very light pressure. I really don't want to lose all the yellow in this look. I just want to add a little definition to the eye, which is what I think might be missing in order to make this eye look a little more wearable. And just know that every time I say affordable or wearable, I am saying it with air quotes. Yeah, I think that's just enough. I'm gonna take a little of the same color on the tip of this brush and just define the very outer part of the lower lash line and make sure that it's connected to upstairs. I've been going into this palette just like an absolute ton. So I'm thinking this might be a candidate for being left out for the move. Now going into the e.l.f. Earth and Oceans palette, going into the shade Sun Yourself. I have no doubt I will hit pan on this shade at some point, and I'm going to try and keep this in about the inner third of the eye. Like I said, it's kind of hard even to tell if she's wearing a shimmer. I'm going to put this on my finger instead. But because I like a shimmer, and I know a lot of you do as well, I wanted to include that. So I got that applied to about the inner third of the lid there, and I'm just going to gently pull that out with my finger to blend it. And then it does look like maybe she has the lightest shade feathered up a bit toward the transition, which is something I love to do. It gives a nice lift to the eye, and I think it really just helps tie the whole look together as well when you have that highlighting shade on your lid, you know, sort of pulled into the rest of the look. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I'm also going to be using my highlighter in this eye look. Again, this is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Bake Powder in Highlight 01. Just going to pick this up on a little dense domed brush, and she has very beautiful eyes, under eyes, unaged eyes, but I still wanted to do that highlight. All right, I just realized that my fan has been on high the whole time, so I really apologize if the audio is crap. So I'm just going to pop off of here really quickly, do some very simple mascara, add a lip, something with the hair, and I'll come back and we'll wrap up this video in a neat little bow. All right, we're back. Let me tell you how I finished off the look. I did go ahead and put a little bit of a nude liner in the lower inner rim, and then I am trying again with the Essence Lash Princess. This is the green one, which is the false lash effect, and I tried this way at the beginning of my journey in beauty, maybe even before I started my channel, and I think it was just like user error and just different for me, so I'm trying it again, and I really enjoyed it today. And then for lips, I went in with my ColourPop BFF2 lip liner, and then MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick. This is the mini. It's a nice warm peachy kind of nude. And then even though the model has a matte lip, I had to top off my lip combo with my Rimmel Stay Glossy and Blushing Belgraves. I like the glossy effect, but I also really like that little bit of a highlighted look on the lip, and it makes my lips look fuller. I am of course going to put my inspiration back here on the screen now. Which do you think is more wearable? Do you feel like adding a few neutrals and a little bit of definition to the eye helped to make this more wearable for every day? Or do you feel like the straight up yellow look is more wearable? You won't hurt my feelings. I'm always curious. And on that note, I would love if you guys want to tag me in some looks over on Instagram so that I can create some wearable looks from looks that you're inspired by over on Instagram as well. I am so thankful to the subscriber, you know who you are, that suggested this series because I had a lot of fun today. It's always fun to shop my stash. It's always fun to try and help you guys make things easier in your everyday makeup routine. And with all of that said, I thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And if you did like this video, I would absolutely appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up before you leave. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful but wearable makeup days. And I will see you in my next video real soon.